Lewis Hamilton will be a hero forever if he wins the World Championship with Ferrari, but if he does not, he will have nothing more to prove to F1. At least that's the feeling surrounding his move. But is that setting the move up for failure? And what does it mean for the team if that's the feeling they have around Hamilton's move to Ferrari? Ferrari is about to launch a new era. Carlos Sainz Jr. bid farewell to the team with a shakedown at Fiorano in the F175, while Ferrari's leadership trio of Vasseur, Serra, Gualtieri prepares for 2025, a year when a championship win is the goal. Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time world champion, will join the Maranello-based team to help them achieve that. However, the move also comes with a lot of speculation and worry from within the Ferrari camp. The British driver has made no secret of his delight for this new chapter in his career. His visit to the Ferrari garage in Abu Dhabi provided an early hint of his excitement. In many ways, Abu Dhabi represented the start of a new Ferrari built by Frédéric Vasseur and John Elkann. In 2024, the French team principal made significant decisions on the Scuderia, which were supported by the leadership. One of the first and most important was to seize a fantastic opportunity to sign Lewis Hamilton. The Maranello team hopes to return to success, with Hamilton aiming for his 8th title and first with Ferrari. Jerome D'Ambrosio and Loic Serra attended the Abu Dhabi post-season tests. Serra, Ferrari's new technical director of Maranello, was also present at Ferrari's annual Christmas party for journalists. Other senior members of the team were there, including Matteo Tognanelli, Diego Ioverno, Enrico Gualtieri, and, of course, Frédéric Vasseur. There's no time to waste. According to reports, Lewis Hamilton has already immersed himself at Ferrari after making a casual first visit to Maranello. Benedetto Vigna stated last week that his arrival date is fixed for today, January 20th. In the next days, Hamilton will make his track debut. The following few days will be spent fitting seats, having technical discussions with engineers, visiting various departments, and integrating into the team before 2025 begins. Hamilton has already met Riccardo Adami, who will be his race engineer in 2025. The 40-year-old spoke with Sebastian Vettel before confirming Adami's status. Hamilton has given this idea serious attention, given his admiration for the former Red Bull and Ferrari driver. The 7-time world champion will relocate to Maranello to be closer to the Scuderia headquarters during the most strenuous work phases. Simulations, meetings, and track training will all be part of a steep learning curve. Ferrari typically performs excellently with new drivers. Along with the news that Adami will be Hamilton's engineer, the pairing of Charles Leclerc and Brian Bozzi has also been confirmed. After replacing Xavi Marcos, the Monegasque's connection with Bozzi has gradually evolved and improved. Bozzi has been Leclerc's performance engineer since 2019 and was elevated to track engineer during the Imola weekend. Frédéric Vasseur emphasized his decisive and direct approach to the triumph in Monaco. His team radio communication from Monza also left an impression on the Tifosi. Ferrari is counting on Leclerc's growing devotion to Bozzi and improved communication over time. Ferrari's driver, pairing, and track engineers have been a strength for the Scuderia, despite some friction and communication issues on the track. The goal is to improve in every area by 2025, according to Vasseur. Communication and operational efficiency might benefit from Vasseur's stability, which helped the Italian team progress in the second half of the season. Next year, the achievements of technical director Loic Serra will also be recognized. His on-track presence and general participation in engineering operations will be critical. Ferrari is also aware that the Sainz-Leclerc pairing has achieved significant success, but the Leclerc-Hamilton composition has the potential to outperform Verstappen and McLaren. But it comes with a warning as well. Two drivers who combine talent and experience at a level last seen in Formula One at McLaren, with Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. Both drivers are anticipated to visit the facility this week to get their first glimpse at the new 2025 Ferrari chassis before it is fired up. But both are also expected to fight for the title, and with Ferrari constantly stating there is no clear number one driver, things might get rough. In that case, January 22nd will be a significant day since, as expected, Hamilton will be on track for the first time in a Ferrari. in the morning. In the afternoon, it would be Leclerc's turn, with the two new teammates meeting for the first time. Ferrari should offer both the F175 and the SF23 accessible for testing, and then decide which one to employ depending on the results. Talent is undeniable. It will then be up to Frederic Vasseur to ensure the correct cohesion between the two during the season, which will be aided by a great mutual respect between the two drivers. But the knowledge of French of both drivers will also be beneficial. Among other things, having managed curiously, both at the age of 21, in the minor categories with Hamilton and Leclerc in his first experience with Sauber in 2018. One thing is certain, with Lewis Hamilton tied to a multi-year contract, Ferrari is in a unique situation heading into 2025. The Scuderia has one of the most anticipated driver lineups in history, which presents both opportunities and challenges. When asked about managing such a formidable duo, Fred Vasseur remained perfectly calm. Looking ahead to this season, Ferrari is well positioned to mount a championship challenge. They concluded the 2024 season in great manner, closing the gap on McLaren and almost missing out on the Constructors' Championship. Upgrades to the SF24 in Monza compensated for the team's mid-season glitch, resetting their course for 2025. Assuming Ferrari can continue its success from last year, Hamilton and Leclerc should compete for wins in the coming months. It would be incorrect to say that Ferrari has never had two drivers that are so closely matched. Carlos Sainz, their most recent departure, consistently pushed Leclerc to his boundaries while at Maranello. However, the presence of a seven-time champion could intensify the inter-team rivalry in the Ferrari garage. After all, this could be the first time in decades that both Maranello drivers compete for the Drivers' Championship, and this is causing completely new problems for the squad. According to team principal Fred Vasseur, having this problem is a good thing. Charles, Lewis, I am not particularly worried about this, he said. They have a huge mutual respect. They know each other. They have been talking about this for months now. It is much better to fight for first and third, or second and third, than to fight for 19th and 20th. It is a good issue for a team to have this kind of discussion and approach, and I am really convinced again that the performance of the team is coming from the emulation between the two. For obvious reasons, there is a lot of enthusiasm surrounding this year's campaign. This season, not only Ferrari, but also Mercedes, McLaren, and Red Bull have legitimate championship aspirations. As a result, Lewis Hamilton has an added incentive to settle into his new surroundings at Maranello as soon as possible. The British driver didn't make this spectacular move without the desire to win. However, it is worthwhile to explore the probable medium-term consequences of the 2025 season. If either Ferrari driver wins the Drivers' Championship, the dynamics will surely shift going into 2026. With fresh regulations on the way, there is no assurance that the Italian squad will be leading in a year. Winning the World Championship this year, for various reasons, would relieve pressure on both Hamilton and Leclerc going into 2026. After more than 5 years with the organisation, Leclerc is keen for title achievement. Although there is no doubt about his faith in the Maranello project, the Monegasque can only wait so long for a title-winning car. This could be the first time the 27-year-old enters a season with genuine expectations of winning the title. For Lewis Hamilton, who recently turned 40, time is of the importance. This all has a significant impact on Ferrari's next 12 months as they continue their pursuit of an elusive World Championship. This big question, however, is, who will they back when it gets close and tough later down in the season? Will they stand behind Leclerc, who they've backed for nearly a decade already? Or will they choose Hamilton, the man on what seems to be the biggest contract F1 has ever seen? What do you think? Which side will they choose? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.